Okay, so recently I've shown you Linux distros that look like Windows. Now it's time to show you iBuntu, or Ubuntu, or I guess it's iBuntu, or some people call it iBuntu. Anyway, so this is Ubuntu based or Ubuntu based distro, and in this case it looks to mimic macOS. And the latest version, Monterix, is out. And looking at it, I believe that Monterix is based on Ubuntu 22.04. And they've been playing around with this and coming up with this distro for a couple of years. And essentially, of course, you can go to the website and gives you a bit of information. And I see that the 22.04 edition is, they say it's GNOME based. And of course, there's some other end-of-life versions. Looking up Monterix, as I say, still the closest feeling near to macOS, like working environment. And we, of course, are going to definitely take this for a spin. Some interesting comments. I was looking here. I'm trying to find it on the website, but essentially there are a couple of bugs that are expected. I think it's under, to get it, or could be news. Oh, here we go. It's under news. On this part here, there are a couple of problems with it, but basically the idea is to just work through them. And to quote here, they want to point out to all YouTubers, testers, etc. Please don't cry and whine about the error messages popping up in the live ISO. They know it's annoying. There's nothing we can do. We don't need to cherry pick against Ubuntu. It's not an issue. So we don't have to warn the audiences from it. We did a job for you here with this announcement. And also, most important thing, this only happens in light version. Once you install the system, there won't be an error message anymore. So, everyone, take that as the warning that we've gotten, that we are going to expect a bug or two. But let's take it from there. So, we're going to spin up a new machine. I've already downloaded the ISO, so there it is, iBuntu. And it is based on Ubuntu 22.04 LTS edition, so a really great choice. Give this thing about just over 8 gigs of memory. Give this also about 8 CPU cores. Don't know how big this is going to be, so let's give it 80 gigs. Hard drive. And let's call it what it is. iBuntu. And let's try and install it. I always find these different type of distros that are, apart from the main norm, interesting or entertaining to use. And let's see. So let's make this a little bigger. Well, this is actually pretty nice. Some extensions they've got going on here. 42.5, Ubuntu Monterix using KVM, and close it over there. But you know what? Let's just install it, or how to install that text. Okay. After booting, waiting 1 or 2 minutes, an error message will appear. Just click Don't Send. If more than one message error appears, just acknowledge it too. These error messages are due to some compatibility issues of the software we used to create it. It won't. No issues. If you choose auto-login during the installation, this won't have any effect. You will always have to enable auto-login manually after installation settings of the system. Okay, well that's. I mean, give them the juice. At least they're warning us that we can expect an issue. Okay, so this is the one issue, so we are supposed to say don't send, I believe. Cancel. Don't send. Don't send. Don't send. Don't send. So that's enough error messages. I think that's enough error messages for anyone to go through. And let's install this. So I don't want to judge this on its live edition. Okay. Calamari's installer. Gosh. iBuntu, a strong password. Another strong password. Next. Install now. Do I need to hit install again? Or it's frozen. Okay. Okay, if you're wondering, I decided to reboot and start this again because that just wasn't working. And what I'm going to do now is wait 2 to 3 minutes to see how many pop-ups come up to deal with. Yeah. And it's I'll pause this. So you don't want to sit there and watch that, so I'll pause and come back. Yeah, okay, so I've waited and had about 5 error messages. So let's start this installation again. Okay. Next. I'm not going to even bother changing that. Next. Erase the disk. Did it do what it needs to do automatically? Next. The name is Gosh. Now what? Okay. Strong password. Next. Install now. Okay. It's doing something. I know what it's doing. It's doing something. And this is where we are. So, instead of trying to click anywhere else, I'm going to pause this video. And we'll come back again. Point, I have no clue if this thing is still installing, because Calamari is just chilling here. So let's take a look at the rest of this distro in case we don't get this installed. Here, of course, is files, which points to from no. So just literally files. Google Chrome, pretty self-explanatory. And we'll just launch it. And of course, here's Google Chrome. Woohoo, pretty cool. Then the calendar, turn calendar, I imagine. Yeah, normal calendar. Note jot. Note jot. Apart from the fact I assume it's a note application taking notes. It looks very similar to Apple Notes. See why they chose it. Pretty cool. Definitely looks very similar. Apple Music. There's no native Apple Music app for Linux, so this is a link to the Apple Music site. Clever way of doing it. SM player, music player. Cool. Software. Software. Yeah. And yeah, here it is. Not much really to write about there except the software repos to the distro. And let's see here. So Google additional PPAs, other canonical. So a lot of PPA, additional PPA stuff is added. Okay, which makes sense for additional software stuff. Yeah. Suppose that. Terminal. Just normal terminal. No. Settings. Let's see, it'll be none settings. And what I wanted to check earlier, iBuntu 42.5, so this is probably using 5.15 kernel most likely. Because that's what that version of Ubuntu uses. Let's close that. Time shift iBuntu. Should I guess that? Okay, and of course time shift to backups, etc. We go back to Calamaris. Still don't know if that's ever installed. Let's go to Launchpad. Hello. Okay. Now click here. Back to my system. Activities. This works at least. So then I can just go and start typing in tweaks. Okay, appearance. So this is the shell they've chosen. Oh, it's a dark one, thankfully. And let's go to that didn't work too well. Top bar. Okay, let's close that again. Let's go back to activities here. Go to extensions. What? Did I see this thing's finished? Ah, it's finished. Stolen. Nice. Okay, well then let's just restart. While we wait for that to do something, I can see all these additional extensions they've added. So of course they've taken GNOME and added a bunch of extensions to it. Amongst other stuff. And okay, click done. And let's wait for this to come back up. It'd be nice if they had a note on their website as well that after you click install, it will look like it's frozen and look like it's not working. Speed-wise, doesn't seem very fast. Seems to be quite sluggish. A little bit faster now. Let's first fix the display. It's driving me nuts. It was right in front of me. What am I doing? And click apply. Yes. Okay. So we've got these over here. Upgrade. So all the apps are installed. Resources, 1.4 gigs. Not just much memory actually. Or hard drive space. I assume these icons here is because of notch H resolution. Yeah. So I have to log back in again for that. Terminal. It's with the keyboard. Yeah. This is a interesting the idea behind the distro. I think it's fantastic. Default source is German. No. Why can't I make German keyboard? Woohoo! Okay. Let's move to German keyboard. Give me a beat. Check. And woohoo, that finally works. Remember dash R is 519. So it's not LTS kernel. Interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's see if we maybe update this. It'll maybe be a little bit more stable. Well, blue window. So sudo apt update. Type in the password. So sudo apt upgrade. Install these updates. Okay, definitely seems to be a vast improvement after its updates. I do my take my hat off to the team to at least make it look so much like macOS. Okay, I believe it does have some additional stuff. So I've got an easy stroke gesture, which basically configures the default command key for Linux. So it works nicely with the Mac keyboard. So that itself is a nice add-on here, nice with it. And then what else is there? Image magic. Okay. And I have got desk mode switch, which allows you to change the skin. So you can go dark mode. Oh, thank goodness, and it will take this into dark mode. If I go back to desk mode switch, it's got Monterey, Ventura, Bixer, so you can choose the different skin options. And that's very nice. So, yeah, folks, I mean, try and turn on hardware. If you enjoy it, well, use it. I haven't found it to be the most stable. It's basically took quite some effort to get it installed, and only after applying updates does it increasingly stable. So use it at your own risk, can you? Leave your comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.